just not in the cards on that night.
No, in the end, not even close to being in the cards. Maybe there was some hope for them early on, but by the fourth quarter, people filed out.
Adams, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Washington's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. Steven Adams picks one up. Washington.
He didn't even go catch it.
Of the evening.
The Thunder, one of the lowest rates of assists in the league last year. Also, a team that does not move the ball around all that much to gain some advantage with strong side, weak side movement. So we'll see isolation, we'll see pick and roll, and very few passes in a contest like this.
We've got 28 seconds left to play in the first. Back to George. Shot clock at 6. Adams trying to free himself up. And it's it just before the shot clock expires.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Washington calls timeout, and going against Oklahoma City, their first meeting of the year.
Interconference showdown. You love to see clubs that don't play each other often go head-to-head.
Well, they'll meet twice this season. Tonight, the first matchup, so hard to know exactly what to expect.
To the inside, Young. That one misses.
Wow.
Some nice D. Here's Schroeder. No good that time. Steven Adams has been leading the charge for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Scoring, rebounding. He was all over the place during that quarter. They are riding his performance right now. We've got more in store for you right after this. Russell Westbrook is surly disposition on the court, but he talks about the power of positivity with his teammates.
Throughout the years, I've been trying to find.
Well, you can't win it alone.
And for superstar players like Westbrook, individual greatness isn't enough. It's about elevating the team around them.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a very convincing performance from the Thunder so far.
Hustling on that offensive glass, that's led to a number of second chance points.
Yeah, if your opponent fails to block out, you get yourself in great position. That was the story of the first quarter for them offensively.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So for Oklahoma City right now, Patterson is the 4 with Adams in the middle. Out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's George in at the forward spot.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Oklahoma City leading by 17. Schroeder outside. George with the ball. Coming off a solid outing against Charlotte. Tipped away. It's stolen by Morris. Schroeder against Beal. Shoots over Schroeder. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
When a guy is capable of so many
If
things
you're
like that on
watching,
the offensive
please
end, anytime
comment.
you lose sight of him, he's got the advantage.
And Markieff Morris out of Kansas. A spread 4, as they say.
And able to stripe it from anywhere on the floor. A good secondary scorer who can also create his own shot on the block at times.
Well, Adams quick off his feet there with that size and length.
And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Bradley. The old saying, no rebounds, no rings. How important is it to continue to have 5 guys go to the glass in the second half?
Yeah, all five guys. I think we're too worried about getting out in transition, so I think 1 through 5.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks.
Hey guys, if you're watching, please comment below.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. We're seeing Young's checked in for Green. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Porter looking it over. Young's shot is off.
Plus
How?
in the rebound differential, one more reason why they're in control.
Wall and Beal pair together at the 1 and the 2. Howard is out there with Young. And it's Porter in at the 3 slot. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. And Andre Robertson is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. That's tipped. Here's Young. Count that one. Young's got 5 now.
Well, Picasso couldn't have drawn that up any better. Perfect execution off the inbounds.
To the paint, there's Adams, and Adams with the slam.
I don't think the timing could have been any better, as Russell Westbrook does a great job of taking advantage of the defense.
And the Thunder pushing it up now. George has got the ball. It falls for his 5th field goal tonight. Now shooting 5 for 8.
I love the pace he's playing with, letting his offense come to him naturally and then building upon this lead for his team.
Here's Young. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Young's got 4 this quarter.
Well-coordinated shot mechanics, especially for a guy with his length.
Yeah, he's certainly able to shoot over the top of people. High percentage there from the mid-range.
Oklahoma City moving it around. And
What?
Adams with the
That's
slam.
lag.
Typically, you don't have a lot of sets that get through Steven Adams. But on the offensive end tonight, he's been aggressive.
One of my favorite moves is the Euro step, and it's one of theirs as well. There are a lot of guys that can do it well.
Well, I got to see Manu Ginobili step around me for years in San Antonio. But I think James Harden is still the most devastating Euro step player we have in the game. There's something about the lefties, isn't there, Kevin? We have a hard time figuring
They
a
throw
lefty
you off.
out.
They throw you off. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Mahimi kicks to Young. Adam Silver has said there's probably more basketball being watched and played, Brent, in China than anywhere else in the world. How long before you think we see our next Chinese superstar in this league?
That's going to be interesting when that does happen. Obviously, the type of mark that Yao Ming made in the NBA, it's going to be hard for anybody to match the kind of impact, not just in the game, but what he did globally for the NBA. It just won't happen again. But I'm looking forward to, heck, not just the next Chinese player, but a Japanese player, somebody from India where they love the NBA game, to start to find their way onto rosters in the league.
They're coming. I mean, there's going to be someone before long.
No doubt.
So for Oklahoma City right now, inside pairing is Grant and Adams. Russell Westbrook out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Robertson in at the 3. And the first one at the line is good. Russell Westbrook passionate about the game of basketball, Brent, we know that, but fashion among his foremost interests outside the game.
Yeah, the honor the gift fashion line, which, you know, Kevin, you and I don't think we have much in our closets from that, but got to respect it. Fearless, not only on the court, but off the court in some of the attire that Russell Westbrook brings to the game.
And it's Grant in the corner. Connects from 3-point range.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
High post try. Shots good from Young. Young's got 4 this quarter.
You know, you hear that A word all the time, aggressive, and sometimes just being that can turn your game around. He's been that in the second half, their go-to guy here.
And here we go, the Wizards fast break. Here's Decker, and Decker slams it in.
Out quickly, then the beautiful execution. You can't do it any better.
Well, there's running the floor, and then there's running the floor with purpose, and I love the energy on this play.
And so Westbrook will bring it up for Oklahoma City. Passes to Abrinas. Grant down low. Defended by Young. Grant, that's good.
Well, when he gets into the paint, Kevin, he starts to get hungry. He goes right through the defense. He's a straight line guy.
Inside, and so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. Ryan is checked in. 40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Stolen by George.
How?
Now felt outside. George. A three-pointer off the mark. Young taking his time here. Pass to Baker. And here's Ariza. He's covered by Westbrook. Here's Young. No good on that one. Excellent D there from George.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
They throw good. Paul George.
You wonder if Paul George finally has a situation here where he can show why he's an elite player, why he's an all-star, but to pay off how hungry he is to prove it with a late postseason run.
So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess.
Hey Siri, call Tristan Lewis. Call Tristan Norman. You watching the stream? Oh. Comment something. I want to see if it works.
What you say?
Comment something. I want to see if something works.
Get on your screen and see what?
Can you comment something on my stream? I'm trying to test something out.
Alright, I got you. Whoa. Hold on, him. Hey, go outside. You gotta go now.
If I up everything, I'll be at 87.
Oh, it's 87. Alright, I'll call you.
Alright.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the New York Knicks going up against the Washington Wizards here at Capital One Center. Looking at the Wizards, it hasn't been the start to the season they'd envisioned.
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. This is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge and a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Young's checked in for Howard. Green comes in for Morris. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Porter. And Satoransky subbed in for John Wall. And New York, looking at who they've got. Porzingis is out there with Von. Then it's Lee. Then there's Burke. And it's Ntilikina in at the 2. Doris, we've already had a few surprises this season. Some teams really exceeding expectations. Others, they've kind of gone the other way. What's your take?
You know, it's always a little bit early to tell exactly what kind of team you're going to have because we've seen this historically. A team races out to maybe a 7-1 start or a 10-1 start, and yet perhaps they come back to the field. The teams that are the youngest seem to have the steepest learning curve. So where are the lottery picks and what impact those guys having?
Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Ariza. Here's Beal. Oh, and the dunk by Beal.
Yeah, matters not half court or in transition. Bradley Beal always a threat.
Knicks trail by 4. Now it's sent it over to David Aldridge, who was able to talk head coach David Fizdale.
Well, Kevin, they're going to keep it simple tonight. He wants to run everything through the low post. He told me physically we're the stronger team. And we need to use that strength to our benefit. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Looking for Young. He gets it there. The shot comes out. The Knicks go the other way with it. Lee up top from about 9 feet. They grab their own miss. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. Jeff Green picks one up.
Boy, Kev, how about Porzingis? Shrugs off the hit. That work in the weight room paying off already. You gotta love the time he's put in to make himself a challenge.
Bresky kicks to outside Beal. Here's Young. Ariza finds Young. Nice ball movement by Washington. He gets that one. Young's got his second basket. And so it's Burke who brings up the ball for New York. They trail by 1. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
I tell you what, how efficient they were at scoring the basketball, especially for an away game, that was impressive.
Yeah, I don't think it's ever easy playing on the road, obviously. But that night, they were really in rhythm, shot the ball with such ease and confidence.
And Young kicks to Satoransky. To the middle, 2 on the clock. Doesn't go for him. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Knicks lead by 1. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Growing up the youngest of 5 with 4 older sisters. And Wall had his challenges certainly growing up. We all know those stories, losing his father at a young age. But his mother, his aunts, Greg, his sisters, they did him.
To get where he is now, we see it so often. A young man making it to the NBA is
what
really
do you
a
want
for the entire family.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty.
I'm not even in an Xbox party. How does he? But I'm not even in the whole. Okay.
So far on the scoreboard. And looking at what we've seen from the Knicks so far, what do you guys think?
Just playing suffocating defense. That's here for them.
Well, the commitment is evident.
Okay.
Hey, do you want to know what I would have?
What?
The car it got stuck in the mud, so and that took like an hour.
phenomenal at their aggression on the defensive end right now.
How is that a
And
turnover?
ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. Courtesy.
I'm literally
Tie
paused.
game in
And it will
Washington.
open are you now?
77. Yeah, I'm 77.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to. And the Wizards making a change here. Young's checked in. Here's Moutier. 9 points in the game so far. Porzingis with the ball. Morris with the rebound. Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in.
You see, Markieff Morris to me is a guy I want on my
How's
team.
that
Came
foul?
into the league as a tremendous mid-range shooter, but he understands today's NBA. You need the three-point
I'm
ball
on,
as part of your
my
arsenal, and he's
clear.
worked to get it. You know he's going to rebound. He's going to defend at a high level. I love Markieff Morris.
All at point with Beal to his side. They're the deadly backcourt pair. Porter and Morris take up the forward spots. And it's Young in at the 5.
81.
That's group on the floor right now for Washington. Banked in. Young's got 6 points. You're talking about Morris. You need guys on the roster who complement everyone, yet
I'm 82.
give you consistent production.
Maybe the
I'm
best
82.
attribute of Markieff Morris is the edge he plays with, because when he's engaged, he can give you a level of physicality.
They actually know how to
that's
say
unusual
my
in today's
last
NBA.
name.
There's a
They
tough
say
guy
Young.
attitude that he wears on his sleeve, and I love it.
Young passes to Wall. Kicks it to Morris.
No, but they want to
No,
say your
here's
name.
And the layup's good off the glass. Young's
But
got 4
they
this
added
quarter.
that update last night, I
Basketball
think.
being
Because me
played
or
right
Tristan
there.
are
You
playing,
see
and then they
the
kiss us
open
out
man,
the
and
game.
you deliver the ball right away.
Outside, Porzingis.
I got you.
And here we go. Washington fast break.
You don't know that I could do it.
And Young with the basket on the assist from Wall. And it's a 5-point Wizards lead.
Well, a lot of Wall's passes end up on the highlight reel. He just makes it so easy for his guys to catch and finish.
Moutier kicks to Hardaway. The pass to Porzingis. 5 to shoot. Here's Knox. And he jams it with authority.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Just great timing on that play, too, guys. Makes it
What are you
impossible for the defense to
doing?
react.
And so the ball out of bounds. Beal touched it last.
Well, you think about the Washington Wizards and the problems they have had on the interior defending. Last year, they gave up a ton of points in the paint, and for the past 3 years, they've been around the bottom of the league for block shots.
Jeff Green. He's checked in for Morris.
Oh, let's go! I hit a dunk on him!
He's checked in for Knox. Lee comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Trey
Oh,
Burke subbed
Trinity
in for
invited me
Moutier.
to the game.
Poked loose.
Oh, I thought you was about to say Cardi. What's her username?
Here's Trier.
Trinity
Guarded by Porter.
D.
Here's
Best.
to Lee.
12.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Bradley Beal picks one up.
Well, Lee has proven to be a valuable role player throughout his career.
D?
Yeah. No, D. Just D.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Passes it to Beal. Stolen by Cantor.
Come on, Bill. Get better ball
Lee
handling.
with the ball. Setting the floor for the Knicks. Lee and Hardaway make up the
M.
perimeter.
Ors and
Knox
Bill
out
have
there.
are there
Dennis
like
Cantor.
30th
And it's
fouls.
Moutier in at the 1. And the first one at the line.
They're
is
about
good.
to get fouled out.
And Doris, so much of Washington's talent lately has been on the perimeter.
Right, it begins with an all-star backcourt. You've got the ferociously fast John Wall and the sweet shooting Bradley Beal. But I think they do need to balance that with a little bit of interior play.
Shots good from Young.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Knicks trail by 4. Moutier kicks to Porzingis. Porter pulls it in. Washington's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Beal finds Young. Left side, Wall. Back to Young. And good, coming off the assist by Wall. Wall's got his 8th assist here tonight.
Boy, what else is new? This guy's accuracy this quarter has been phenomenal.
Lee bounce pass. Fades. That one's good, and the Washington lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Porzingis.
Well, one thing we know, Porzingis is fearless. He had no hesitation on what was a huge basket for them.
Shots good from Young.
I'll tell you what, his accuracy has been the story of this game.
No doubt. I mean,
I've been hitting all these shots.
Guide his team to victory. Superb job shooting the ball in this final period.
Porzingis kicks to Moutier. New York moving it around. 6 on the shot clock. New York needs to get off a shot. Fader on the way. They get it back. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Oh, you love the aggressiveness and the swagger that Porzingis has to take that shot. Such a clutch play from the Latvian.
Here's Young. It's rebounded by New York.
And it's not easy to get those stops at the rim, but he does a great job with it.
Yeah, he can make it look simple on the interior when it's really not. He knew exactly how to guard on the inside.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 4. 52 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, John Wall.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what David Fizdale said to the team. He told them, don't look at the scoreboard. It's 0-0. One play at a time. Execute the game plan. That's how we're going to win this game. Kevin is trying to keep him focused.
Thanks, David. To the paint. Here's Young. And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
And, Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see put an opponent in harm's way as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on him.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time. 35 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Puts it up from 15. Porzingis with the rebound.
And it's still within reach.
Maybe, but they've got to score every time they touch the ball.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Washington Wizards. 3-point lead. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
And now we've got the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
I think you can make a very strong case that John Wall has been underrated throughout his career. This guy is a multi-talented point guard who prides himself on leading his guys.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 5. 15 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Lee passes to Cantor. Here's Knox. Over in the corner, Moutier trying his luck deep. The rebound by Young. And he commits the intentional foul.
And
he hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6.
Let's go.
And he is unable to get the second one. From deep. No good there.
Well, isn't this what coaches love to see? Morris getting after it defensively, challenging shots everywhere.
And so Washington takes the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this
Group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, congratulations on the win. You were the driving force out there on offense, so why were you so effective?
Well, you know, they didn't make it easy on me, DA, but I was determined to get us all the points that we needed, no matter how they were playing me. I didn't want to leave it to anyone else tonight, you know. I just wanted to be the one to get us there and to get our fans and get everybody this victory. So I'm glad it worked out.
Well, your fingerprints were all over this game tonight. Well deserved. Congratulations. Kevin?
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and Dave.
That was nice. Oh. Points. My stats are horrible. It's WLLLLLLLW in a new game.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Tristan.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. And tonight, it'll be the Dallas Mavericks going up against the Washington Wizards. And guys, for the Wizards, this is not how they...
Give him the biz tonight, man.
Coming to you live, and let's go.
Hey, Kev.
He is a legend. Thank you, DA. Well, we see a lot of rookies getting their first taste, Clark, of NBA action. What was the hardest part for you transitioning from the Big Ten to the NBA? And the Mavericks making a change here. Nowitzki's checked in, and a switcher also for Washington. Young's checked in for Dwight Howard. The Mavericks have shot just one free throw earlier, 1-for-1 in the game.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
Taking a look at the Wizards. Porter and Morris make up the forward spots. Wall and Beal pair together at the 1 and the 2. And it's Young in at the 5 spot. Wall passes to Young, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Looking here at some numbers for Otto Porter. A very nice season for him last year. Last year averaged 14 points per game, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go, but I like what I'm seeing right now.
And that's a foul called on J.J. Barea. That is his first foul of the game. Matthews, he's checked in for Dallas. And a switcher also for Washington. Ariza's checked in. And Wall kicks to Young. Wizards passing it around. Over Nowitzki. Kept alive. Wall finds Young. And good, coming off the assist by Wall. Young's got his first basket.
Yeah, you know, John Wall is so masterful as a floor general. He's a real maestro out there. Terrific at finding the open guy on time and on target.
Berea against Ariza. Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Ariza. Harris is checked in for Doncic. Saransky's checked in for Washington. 1:41 left here in the opening quarter. Barnes, no one on him, and he makes the easy one. Barnes has got 6.
Boy, the size and quick release Barnes has helps him inside. I mean, he feels very comfortable shooting from here.
And though some were skeptical of the contract Harrison Barnes signed, he's lived up to it. Not an elite player yet, but is emerging on a franchise caliber level and continues to improve and is strong and consistent really on both ends of the floor.
And Greg, with Barnes, beyond what he does on the floor, he does everything right off the floor.
Yeah, I mean, this organization just loves his intangibles and demeanor as a leader. Incredible work ethic that allows him to keep refining his game. Still very young and is growing into the player this team hoped he'd be.
And Harris does a really good job using his quickness to his advantage, and he's got plenty of that quickness. A creative guard who plays with an edge, too.
And there's Barnes. That's good on the assist by Berea. 8 points for Barnes.
Wow.
And it's just been an avalanche of points here in the early going.
Yeah, you know, both teams scoring at a really steady clip. If you like good offense, you've come to the right spot. This is your game.
On the wing, Green. Just 5 on the clock. Satoransky in the corner. Goes up on the wing. Goes back up. He takes it up and lays it in.
And that's exactly why you got to box him out, because when you don't, that's what happens. He burns you on the glass.
And it's Berea with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. Trailing by 2. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
Yeah, they lost the momentum, and it's a bit surprising that that one got away from them.
Go, Tindy!
For long stretches, they were the better.
And all he said was go.
Nowitzki against Young. Here's Mahimi. That one's not going to go. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. They'll be off next to Utah for a meeting with the Jazz. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. On the wings, it's Doncic and Barnes. Powell is out there with Nowitzki, and it's Smith in at the 1 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David.
Well, the Mavericks were ecstatic when Dennis Smith Jr. fell to them with the 9th pick of the 2017 draft. For a team in need of athleticism and size at the point guard, it's been a hand-in-glove fit. The 6'3" Smith has a 48-inch vertical, one of the highest ever measured.
A terrific young player, an elite NBA athlete. David, that's for sure. Good stuff, thanks. And the rejection by Mahimi. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Wizards trail by 9. Dallas doing everything they could do to accelerate their rebuilding process this past summer, Greg. They made a lot of moves.
You know, trading up for Doncic sends the message they want to compete now. Brought in DeAndre Jordan to shore up the center spot. Mavs definitely accelerated to where they feel they can compete for a playoff spot.
Powell kicks to Smith. Pass to Nowitzki. Over Young.
How's that foul?
Coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And checking out the stats for Smith, how he performed last season. Put up about 15 points per, 5 assists and 3 rebounds.
How do you have a
and
good
he's
foul?
very steady with that second unit, running the offense and getting them into their sets.
Right. I mean, your backup point guard simply has to hold the fort, maintain the status quo,
Is it
clear the basketball, and minimize mistakes.
No, it's not towards the end.
Nope.
Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Wizards trail by 9. Here's Young. The quick look, no good that time. The Mavericks
now still a reaching foul.
Yet 10 of 10.
You coming to get us?
That one is off.
Boy, the speed and shooting Smith possesses is dangerous. I mean, a speedy point guard who continues to get better.
Washington shooting just 29% in the second
quarter.
The offense is suffering.
And sometimes, you know, you don't capitalize off a good shot or a good look. Still, you got to keep letting those good looks fly.
Barnes can't get it to go.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Here's Porter. Basket counts. Porter's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
No one near Smith as he lets it go. Dallas, no good that time either. And so it's... Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So... We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. One of the stories, and the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for measuring. Matthews comes in for Dwight Powell. Evan Harris is checked in for Doncic. And Barea subbed in for Dennis Smith. And a new group getting ready to come in for Washington. Young's checked in for Howard. Green comes in for Markieff Morris. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Otto Porter Jr. And Satoransky's subbed in for Beal. So on the floor for Washington, you've got Wall. Green is out there with Trevor Ariza. Then there's Thomas Satoransky. And it's Young in at the center, locking down the middle.
Turnover! Hit the ball on my head when I was shooting.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the 3rd quarter. Look, there's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. And now it's an 11-point Maverick lead for Washington. They've gone as spotless. 6 of 6 from the field since taking the ball here in the second half.
You learned how to pass.
On the break. Barnes can't get it to go.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
I agree with you. Not a good shot, not good offense. They can get a much better look than that, but they're going to need to be patient to do so.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
Yeah, it's finishing your defense, Greg. We know that. You can defend, then you got to rebound the miss, and you got to get to the glass with intensity.
And he gets the bucket.
Oh my God, why is he showing
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Here's Young.
You can't guard that.
Good D by Barnes. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks.
I can't leave
they
my
lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. Washington's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Here's Young. They get the rebound. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Barea looking for an opening. 6 on the shot clock. He kicks it to Barnes over Green, and there's Barnes. That's good on the assist by Barea. 16 points for Barnes.
Like his mid-range game, Barnes incredibly lethal from the mid-range. When he's got room to shoot, he doesn't hesitate.
And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the 4th. Who will carry the day? Mavericks lead by 9. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the 4th quarter.
Hey.
And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy
I hit that pass.
with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
Good spot, manning the middle. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Ball passes to Young. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
A nice feed from Wall, paving the way for that bucket. That's always his first thought. Find the best shot possible on every trip, whether he has to take it himself or create for a teammate.
Powell, he's checked in for Dallas. Smith comes in for Wesley Matthews. Barea against Wall.
It's a dime.
Got a piece of it. Oh, and here we go. Wall's got it. The fast break chance. And the slam dunk by Wall.
Man, I like the quick hands of Wall. I mean, seeing him jump all over the opposition and get into the passing lanes to come up with the steal, that's impressive work.
And the shot is good from Nowitzki.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Outside, Green. The kick out to Porter. Green up on top. Nice ball movement by Washington. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Measuring. He's checked in for the Mavericks.
Go home then. You can put my phone down.
So a close game sees Dallas taking this one. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish.
81-82.
To wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight.
But you ain't gotta cause that much noise. Little sissy. Shut up, you the one crying about somebody hitting you with a pillow. Oh, you crying about something.
You always whining.
Look at that, he's whining right now. Talking about somebody else. You get mad because you ain't hit his puberty yet because you sound like a little baby. He sound like a little baby. You gonna do that? So when I get up, then you gonna start crying even more. But I'm better than you. Shut up, little turd.
TK, where are you? Oh, we got Judah too.
Shut up. Shut up, little kid. So trash. Shut up. Before I take all my stuff.
This will give me 500 VC 100.
Alright, I'm back.
Okay.
I just had to shut that little sissy up. I ain't finna go out there and tell my mama everything. And then I'm gonna have to get back to him. Hey, can I walk? Can I walk? Is it all done? Switch inside. Switch inside. Yeah. Please don't throw your love away. Please don't throw your love away. Please don't throw your love away. Yeah. Lost and I've done it. Yeah. Lost and I Aiden trash it or night. Why you what Trinity and them at? Trinity and Jayla, they still in a party together or something?
I don't know.
Why she won't add me back? God dang.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
What's Jayla overall?
I don't know. I don't even know if she finished the mission.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Big Diesel.
You talking about when you, like, got to go through the Chinese thing and all that?
Yeah, I'm not sure if she finished Yeah, she did. Yeah, because she's Philly against Golden State right now.
For Orlando, exploding out of the gates this season. They're playing aggressive basketball, attacking, trying to overwhelm opponents.
She could be playing a regular game
to maintain this momentum forever.
True.
But these early wins are.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
I'm surprised that
Yo, AI, you got a minute? Oh, yeah, coach. All right. Coach is looking to expand your role. All right, we want you to be one of the first guys off the bench. Oh, you mean like the sixth man? Sure. Something like that. Just know that you're an important part of the team, all right? All right. Thanks, coach. Absolutely.
I won't be a starter. I'm starter.
You don't know what all to do. You gotta take screens, dodge picks, good passes, play defense.
Welcome, fans. Thanks for joining us for this Friday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan with Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. The Magic are looking to grab one here for the home fans in Orlando before heading out. Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Bamba is checked in for Vucevic. Kem Birch comes in for Aaron Gordon. Ross is checked in for Isaac. And it's Jaron Grant in for Augustine.
Oh, crap.
And new group getting ready to come in for Washington. Young's checked in for Howard. Green comes in for Morris. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Porter. And Satoransky subbed in for John Wall. So on the floor for Washington, Beal and Ariza fill out the perimeter. Young is out there with Green, and it's Satoransky in at the one. The shot's good from Fournier. See, Webb, there are guys that bring it every night. It doesn't depend on a game or a teammate or a play or whatever. Every night they bring it out. Great consistency. I know you have a lot of players that you admire in that regard.
Definitely, I admire their pride, their heart, their attention to detail, passion for the game. The Kawhi Leonards, the Chris Pauls. LeBron James, of course, Kevin Durant. So many players put their heart on the line every night. You love seeing that.
Grant kicks to Ross. Beal with the steal. And here's the fast break. Beal leading the way. And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
What amazing concentration from Ariza. So good at welcoming these hits and finishing his stop.
And Chris, Trevor Ariza, a player who does all the little things to help you win games.
Steady. I mean, he does the work. He doesn't complain. I mean, he's a soldier. One of those guys who will run through a wall if that's what it takes to win.
Ross kicks to Grant. Here's Bamba, and the dunk by Bamba.
And how about
oh my God! Why is Mo Bamba so good?
Bamba has. I mean, it's unguardable this close.
I'm going against Mo Bamba. I have to step Mo Bamba.
Bold movement by Washington, and there it is for him. Young's got his second basket of the night.
And a nice job here early of establishing.
Mo Bamba's really good, actually. Oh my God, Mo Bamba! Why you have to be so hard?
Down low. Tries again.
Let's go.
Oh, great effort.
That's my ball, Mo Bamba.
Defend the paint.
Yeah, he has that capacity. He knows exactly where to position himself to protect the rim.
Here's Young. And Bamba pulls it down.
Reaching foul.
Easy to miss a clean look inside like that, but he manages.
How are we at
this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And of course, we'd all like to see his
Mo
percentage
Bamba's
of the line
ugly,
improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
5 seconds left in the first. Here's Young. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And at the end of one, both.
Man, I want them to put me against Mo Bamba again.
We have all seen the incredible dunk. Here's what AI had to say about.
You know, the funny thing about that is that when it happened, I didn't even think about how big it was going to be. You know, Corey and I go way back.
Is he gonna play me?
I was just happy to have gotten one over.
Just let me do this and see if I break my
It really wasn't until the
cap.
next day that when my phone started blowing up that I realized just how big the reaction was to that dunk.
Yeah, I can only imagine the amount of texts and calls that flooded AI's phone after that dunk. My goodness.
And what's interesting, though, is that he didn't even realize what he had done. Sometimes you just get caught up in the moment of a play, and it isn't until after that you see the degree of difficulty of what you just pulled off.
It's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And what stands out to you from Washington in this one?
Listen, early on taking the league, I just like their approach offensively.
Yeah, right. Only the first quarter. Don't over-panic, but it seems like their strategy is working. We'll see if the other side can counter.
So the Wizards 5 right now. Beal and Ariza fill out the perimeter. Green is out there with Young. And it's Satoransky in at the 1 spot. Fournier into the lane.
And guys, right now, the defense.
Hey, Tip, always shout out your teammate. Tip, always shout out your teammate because they won't pass you the ball anymore if they don't.
Well, I know he's not the #1 priority for the defense, but they still got to give him some attention, guys.
And stolen by Fournier. Here's Grant. Finished off the break.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Yeah, talent in this league has it so that now pretty much every team can push the pace. You have to get back on defense.
Washington calls timeout. Jaren Grant, part of the Grant dynasty, his father, uncle. So that'll be it for the first half.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Clifford. What was?
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break.
That's why I can't be going through these clips today.
Get out of here.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one, Young's checked in for Dwight Howard. 90 seconds now into the second half. Inside, we have Gordon and Vucevic.
Come on!
Augustine and Fournier are in the backcourt, and it's Isaac in at the 3 slot. That's who's out there for Orlando.
Oh, my God.
Shot clock at 6. He kicks it to Augustine. From deep three-point range, Morris with the rebound.
Where's my
Just
phone?
testing out the cannon on that misfire.
Yeah, way beyond the arc on that play. It's the kind of shot he can make, but not necessarily the one you want.
Fournier against Beal. Here's Isaac, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And Jonathan Isaac making progress, but he was drafted knowing he had a lot of work to do.
Yeah, and you really shouldn't try and compare Isaac to the rest of his draft class. He's going to be on a different timeline as far as his development goes. Might take longer for him to be ready, but the payoff, man, could be huge as his ceiling is really high.
Bamba is checked in for Orlando. Here's Young, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Vucevic. The Wizards shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
This season, in general, has not been kind to them at the free throw line. Only about 71%.
The Magic making a switch here. Ross is checked in. Green is checked in for the Wizards. Risa comes in for Otto Porter Jr. Count the basket. 7 points for Vucevic.
Nice bucket. There's no question about his skills at the offensive.
Passes it to Young. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got assist number 7 for him tonight. 3rd quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. And Augustine Vucevic. No good that time. Good defensive work there by Young.
His scoring has not been there at all tonight. I mean, it tells you a lot about their team, and they have the lead in you.
Orlando's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break.
Come on, you got this, Jane Carter.
Ross dishes to Vucevic.
You're not getting this, Orlando.
Some nice ball movement by the Magic.
No, Bamba! No, Bamba!
And the dunk by Bamba.
The activity from Bamba when he's playing with a high motor, watch out.
And Wall kicks to Young. Pass to Beal. And stolen by Fournier. Here's Augustine. Nice D from Wall. And so Green will bring it up for the Washington Wizards. It's a three-point game. To the middle. And it's Young. That time on the assist by Wall. And that's 12 points for AI.
Once he turned it on, he became a force in this game. Not sure where this guy was in the first half.
For Orlando, they've gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Now a timeout called by Orlando. A somewhat dubious honor, Chris. Last year, the Wizards became one of the most dangerous 8 seeds in recent memory.
Yeah, so much natural ability on that roster. And Kevin, was that because they underperformed during the season and should have been a higher seed? Can't give them credit for that. I'm not sure any team wanted to play them in the first round, but the old cliche, you are what the record says you are, was proven correct.
Ken Birch is checked in for Orlando. Jaron Grant comes in for DJ Augustine.
Loving the toughness there from Bamba. Just needs to keep proving that he's not to be messed with.
And Wall kicks to Green to the middle. And Young with
the stop. Really like that work there in the paint. He has really established a low post presence.
Magic have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. Inside, here's Birch. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Birch has got the lead up to 3 now for Orlando.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Where did my assist go?
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wynn.
Well, this is just another case where being aggressive wins out.
Ariza against Fournier. Was on the wing. Back to Fournier. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball. And how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out. We see guys.
Mo wants to dunk now? Mo, you want to dunk?
Ken Birch. Jonathan Isaac comes in for Bamba. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Grant. And then for Washington, Young's checked in for Bryant. Markieff Morris comes in for Green. And Beal subbed in for Trevor Ariza. So on the floor for Washington, Beal and Porter, the talented wing set. Young is out there with Markieff Morris. And it's Wall in at the point guard position. Magic leading by 6. Augustine passes to Isaac. Inside, it's stolen by Morris. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. Isaac with the steal.
I like
Augustine against Wall. Now here is Augustine. He's covered closely. Vucevic with the bucket.
Yeah, love watching Isaac find the open teammate. Has great floor awareness out there and just knows when one of his guys has a clean look.
Morris kicks to Young. Up to Morris. To the inside. Young's shot is off.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Well, that takes physical ability, good timing, those two things that he possessed.
And the Magic making a change here. Fournier is checked in. Pass to Vucevic. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Beal gets a wide open look. And again, Washington, no good. Magic leading by 8. There's a minute 40 left here in the fourth quarter. Feeds it to Gordon. Kicks it to Augustine. 4 on the clock. Shoots the 3. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. We've got 1:23 left in the fourth quarter. Wall finds Young. It's stolen by Vucevic. And here we go with the Magic fast break. Augustine's running. Now the pass to Vucevic. Augustine against Wall. Back to Vucevic. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
How is that a defensive breakdown?
Down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win
I'm
here.
literally on him.
I think the attitude was very impressive. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Absolutely. They put on a tremendous performance in terms of the effort and intensity. This was a well-deserved win.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Look.
How? Asher.
56 seconds left in the fourth. Beal against Fournier. At the elbow, it's Gordon. Passes it to Isaac. 5 on the clock.
Ball hit something.
Here's Fournier.
Boss out.
The 19-footer is on the money. And it's a 12-point Orlando lead.
And leaving nothing to chance here on this game-clinching run.
Yeah, that offense shifted into high gear. I love the attack mindset.
And it's Wall in the corner. To end the drought. And it's good on the layup.
That's his game. He attacks in the painted area. He can finish with either hand.
Here is Augustine. And so the Magic can now just hold on to the ball. And no good is the first free throw, missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And the second free throw, good.
Yeah, you'd like to convert them all, but that should still be enough to secure the win.
Washington calls timeout. They're trailing by 11. We've got 13 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And this is what happens when you dig yourself a hole it's hard to climb out of.
They can only blame themselves. A few missed opportunities, some miscues that they'd like to have back. It all adds up.
Saturansky in the corner. Back to Young. The shot's good on the assist by Saturansky.
Oh, that's just a terrific night for him from the floor, making almost everything he looks at.
And so it's Orlando winning this one. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home.
Thank you. No, I'm gonna eat with you. Well, bye.
Y'all gotten any word about the golf tournament this